Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I say welcome back. You may have never been here before. Fuck it. Welcome anyway to Real United Talk, real fan opinion. That's what everyone says. But we are real fans and we have real opinions. Fuck it. Here with Dedrick. He's been on here many a time before. Great opinion. Great guy. So we will hear from him. But firstly, we have the lineup, which I'm going to reveal as David De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Dwyer, Williams, Fred, Pogba, Fernandes, Greenwood, Rashford, Martial. For me, happy with it, firstly, but there's a few prizes. First one, Dedrick, being Fred. Your opinion on
Weird. It's a weird one, that. I wouldn't have done that. I thought he was only playing him against Copenhagen, just to get a bit of match practice into him almost, or just to give him a bit of a game to give Matic a rest, because obviously Matic is getting a bit on in his years and he can't play, 90 minutes of every single game.
that?
It is a peculiar one. I'm not as confident. I mean, obviously one change doesn't make a team, but it is a very, very, very peculiar one.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get why he's done it, but I just don't see enough in Fred's performances. Like, think, well, he's definitely like, look. I think we have to kind of in this situation write off that everything that's happened lockdown, because this is a phase of this. It's like
Mm.
so yes, I think we have to disregard that. So I'm looking at what he's done. We've come back, and it's not a lot. I know he hasn't had a lot of minutes, but it isn't a lot. So strange one, but listen, no negativity tonight. This is a game, one that and I'm sure you have, really look forward to all week. To be honest, so hoping this can be enjoyable and hoping Fred do the business in midfield, Pogba, and I mean we've also got De Gea as well, which everyone says De Gea, De Gea. I
It's in the
That's it, mate. In the Van Hal, innit? Van Hal had that name fucking nailed, didn't he? Hey, mate. I'm surprised. I think.
that call. I actually think is the right call. I think I said the other week on the stream. I think it was Marcus doing the Copenhagen match. I said I don't fully trust Romero. Everybody seems to remember his appearances in previous matches, and they say, "Oh, he's a really good keeper." Yeah, he might be a decent-ish keeper, but I, I don't trust him more. Obviously, De Gea's dropped a couple of bollocks in the last 18 months, but he's still head and shoulders above Romero. Romero, let's not forget all the things that happened. He's only been playing against the likes of fucking Luton, Tranmere, and stuff like that. Let's not
Uh,
fucking let's not kid ourselves, and let's not forget the time when De Gea was meant to go out under Van Gaal. Funny enough, Van Gaal, and Romero, Romero replaced him, and he did that whole fucking thing against Swansea.
yeah,
So
well remembered.
yeah,
Yeah,
I really don't rate the guy, and I think the goal he conceded against Norwich, that I think everyone says it were a brilliant strike by Cantwell. I think that was bad goalkeeping.
yeah. I mean, so I do half agree with you. Where I think Dahe's a better player. I agree with this notion that Romero's the best second goalkeeper in the world, but he's a second goalkeeper, not playing first. So he is really good. He's such a good backup. Pankage just said it there. Such a good backup. I think you're right. He's not number one quality, and Romero knows. He sits on Man United's benches and plays the odd cup game. Reason happy with shows a lack of drive for me. Maybe a deeper understanding of where his talents lie. Maybe, yeah. So that's him. I think you're right, mate. I think 100% Dahe's the right call. You know, it's one of them. I know Dahe's not known for his penalty saving. However, in the 90th minute, if there was a key one-on-one, something like that that's happening, I'd want Dahe in that. Romero, it's
It's like Lee Grant's just happy to be here, isn't he? He's just
oh, Lee
fucking.
Grant,
It's like Make a Wish Foundation. He's just happy to be here.
100%. I mean, what is that? I mean, he's literally just making up the English numbers. Like, mate, they must have just called him up and gone, mate, we don't have enough English players. You in?
Anybody when that phone bell rang, when the phone rang, and they went, "It's Man United," I bet he went, "Fuck off, mate." Just put the phone down.
Yeah, you've got an opportunity to be their sixth best keeper. You up? You up for this? So I saw not predicted. I saw a. You get these fucking wankers online, especially on Twitter, that say, "Oh, I've been leaked the team," and you fucking have, right? And the team's totally different to what I'm watching now, but they put Bailly in instead of Linda, which I was at ease with. I thought Bailly did very, very well the other day. However, for me, in the same notion as why you've picked a Hay, you're more comfortable. I don't know what your opinion is on that. I just
Although Bailly came from a Spanish club, I wouldn't trust him against a little intricate Spanish team. He, he just fucking hurt somebody. It's not. It's not good for public.
nah, not at all, mate. I have lost.
Because I don't think the guy's fucking roofed in right. I don't think he's all there. But in tight games like this, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I think that's so true. I've got you back, mate. You went temporarily with a little bit of a internet issue, but you're back now. But yeah, I heard everything. I heard everything you said. And yeah, he is just a little bit slapdash, haphazard, rash. Right word for that. But the rest of the team, itself, I think, cannot ask back. Williams is our only left back, and Maguire ended off. Hey, spoken about Fred. I want to speak a little about our number. Again, no negative, no hate on this channel. I really separate myself because I am absolutely not a Rashford hater. I love the guy. However, I'm going to criticise any player, no matter who you are, what you've done for the club. If you're, I feel, underperforming. I felt for a long time that Rashford is underperforming. One, based on his own ceiling, because I think it's huge. I think he do a lot for us. Also, just as a left winger at the minute, I don't think he's contributing enough. And I would have been, I'm going to say something absolutely mad, and I probably wouldn't have done it, but I'd be very tempted. I'd be looking at a Juan Mata or someone and saying, look, Rashford, we need you tonight. We need you to do your madness, but if you don't perform, I will be looking to hook you at halftime. FYI. Because Mata, for me, so good when he. I mean, what do you make? I haven't spoke to you about that. Make a Mata when he.
Embarrassingly, I remember watching it with Marcus and saying, "What the fuck's he brought Matter on for?" And I was actually like saying, "What? Why? Why has he not brought someone on with pace?" And I'll be one of them fans that when I get it wrong, I'll hold my hand up. I'll say, "You know what? I got that wrong."
Yeah.
He came on, made the difference, created the penalty. Yeah. So yeah. In the cold light of day, I was wrong on that one, which I will hold my hand upon. Really good. But yeah, I think he actually. I'd still rather have Rashford running at Seville because Spanish teams don't tend to like pace and they don't like to have people running in behind them.
Good
But
point.
also with Sevilla being a Spanish team, I think Mata would actually play really well in this game. I think it'd suit him to the ground. It very much, articulate little player, isn't he?
Good point.
Although I still do agree he does need to be taken out to the shed and have a spade put through the back of his head.
So, Mark's Atherton, how you doing, my mate? You've asked team sheet out. It is out, so I'll read that out. I should have put it on. Maybe I had to do that another time. But we have the Hay in goal, standard. Williams, Wan-Bissaka left and right back. Maguire, Lindelof, standard. You got Matic for Fred. Other than that, it's the same team we've always played, which is Pogba, Fernandes, Greenwood, Rashford. Our fucking fantastic number 9, which we will talk about in a bit. But I really liked your point, actually, about as much as we could be focusing on ourselves and the 11 that we put out should be any team in front of us, you do need to look at this Sevilla team because they're Sevilla, fuck it. I don't know what you say, but they're fucking.
Sevilla.
That's it. I can't stick a Van Hal affliction on this, but they are so in lightweight. They've won this.
They've won it, I think it's 7 times in total.
Yeah, they're fucking good. So
they've also won 7 out of the last 8, and
yes.
they haven't lost since February.
The LL sounds like a Y, so it's Via. Okay, that's D is there as well. Actually, really handy, Mark. Thank you. I'm led to believe. I'm looking at a team lineup now. I will just run through. I mean, I will do in a little while. I'll do my standard in depth analysis of what I know. But Bona in goal, Navas, Kunde, E. Carlos, Reguilon, Nando, Jordan, Vega, Os Campos. Now, I am led to believe, Dedrick. I don't know how much you know about Marcus, how much you know about their team lineup, but I'm led to believe they play Jesus Navas as a wing back, and this is the same Jesus Navas City were playing as a fucking right winger.
Yeah, I think they bought him from Sevilla.
What, and then sold him back to them?
Yeah, him and I think it was Negredo. I'm probably wrong. But yeah, up until the point of Jesus Navas going to Man City, I think he was like top assister in the Spanish league for like 3 years on the chart. He had ridiculous amounts. So yeah, makes sense, really. I suppose they played him as a winger. It's only doing what Mourinho does, isn't it? And Van Gaal, how many wingers did we see drop into right back, left back? Valencia, Ashley Young. I suppose as you get older, you kind of just drop back a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Can't help but feel like that is a weakness. You know, as well as sorry about that. As well as teams would look to expose Ashley Young when Manchester United were playing this failed winger back. Same thing for Jesus Navas for me, and he looks to play on the right hand side. So, just to basically go along with what you said earlier, mate. 1 second.
Getting behind him.
Getting behind him, and I think that's absolutely right with the selection of Rashford going to get him behind, or I hope to think he's going to behind, but got to be a wing that. I mean, it's one of them, mate, where Jesus Navas is a wing back, but he's going to hope to. I know I'm darting about here, but I'm just thinking of things as they come. This, for me, is where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes absolutely up fucking trumps with the formation. Because if this is Jose Mourinho, Rashford's playing as a wing back as well in a 5, and Jesus Navas is attacking down that wing all day long. I think what you say to Rashford here is play the odds, don't track back. You know, it's a big game for Williams, looking at a Fred to cover for Williams a little bit, but you need, because Rashford's staying forward and effectively Navas back at the, you'd like to think, and if he doesn't, he's got fucking in face running behind. So that's the right back. I mean, Suso, number 41, was the same that played Liverpool. I think
Not 100% sure.
I think he went to Liverpool and absolutely sold him. So my in Os Campos, I know a bit about him as far as stats go that he good, but I do know a bit about that Banega.
Banega, yeah,
he's fucking good. He's a worry, and this is not Fred so much. I don't think this lies on him. I think he covers back 4. Pogba's got a fucking game. Another one I'm going to put in the same bracket, and I want your opinion on this, Dedrick. I'm putting him in the same bracket as Rashford at the minute. That has an infinitely high ceiling, not reaching it yet. And I'm starting to, come on, like we need to see results from you now, Pogba. This is a fucking game. I don't want assists or goals. I don't necessarily need that. I need you to dominate that midfield. I mean, what's your thoughts on Pogba right now, mate?
Pogba, he infuriates the living fuck out of me. It's like watching the best player in the world but pissed up at the same time. He's either gonna ping an absolute worldie of a pass or score a screamer, or he's gonna fucking fall over the ball. You literally don't know what you're gonna get with Pogba, and this is why I'm gonna mirror what pretty much every United fan will say. He's got the talent, 100%, but he's just so infuriating. He does the hard things easily and does the easy things fucking difficult. I think we definitely do need to. Now's the time to step up, and I think for that reason, maybe he might not do. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to be negative, but I think Pogba needs other people to play well round him so then he can raise his game. There's very few, apart from that City game, there's not many other games I can think of where he's gone, right, fuck this, I'm not having this. I just took complete control and just smashed everyone out of his way.
So true. So true. It does piss me off that City game gets referenced time as well. Completely dead rubber game, to be honest. I know we stopped them winning the league. They won it the fucking week after. Completely pointless game where Pogba decided.
West Brom, didn't we? Week after.
Exactly. I mean, this is the games where we want to. I want to be saying in a year's time. Remember that game against Sevilla where Pogba just fucking completely took the game by the scruff of the neck. Fernandes weren't on form. Rashford weren't on form, but Pogba just dragged them through. And we've heard of many a time where United great midfielders have done that. And I'm looking for that from Pogba. Go on.
Like I said, do you know what frustrates me about Pogba is the fact the guy is probably like 6'2", he's built, he's strong, but he goes down so easily.
Yeah.
All you've got to do is lean on him. He's straight away on the floor.
Yeah.
And you're not always going to get the referee to be as lenient, especially not in Europe. They can either be overly harsh or they can just be very much even harsher than English refs, where they're just like, nah, fucking get up.
Yeah.
So
European refs annoy the fuck out of me.
Yeah, they're weird. But with Pogba, they'll always be the same things, unless in the next 5 years, depending on whether it's here or elsewhere, it's always going to be the same case with him. It's always going to be a case of there's always going to be a question mark. Even if he goes on to Real Madrid after it'll be the same case. It'll be a case of world-class player, but why could he not do it at United? It'll be a case of, is it United's fault, or is it just a case of maybe everyone was right when he played well at Juventus? He had Pirlo behind him. He had Vidal at one side of him. Yeah. I think he had Tevez just ahead of him in like a diamond. I'd look good in that. So would you.
Oi, getting ahead of yourself there. No, mate, it's good points. I'm just gonna read some comments out. We have royalty in the chat. So man, Marcus is here, dominating the chat as he does dominate everything he does. Dia, Rashford will provide something tonight, like some individual stuff, and bang. Not going against that, and I don't think no, it's Dedrick. I think we want him to do that, and very much hope so. And if that comment comes to light, brilliant. Max is here, sick. Do you think Fred will bring flair and ability to the midfield tonight, Dedrick?
I fucking hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. But actually, I don't want to be negative, but I don't trust Fred at all. I think he relinquishes that ball far too easily. I think as soon as he comes under, we've seen it against Copenhagen. Did he not get caught out? Mm-hmm. Literally sitting just in front of the centre backs, and it also happened against Wolves. I can't remember if it was last season or the season before. Yes. Literally, I don't know.
No, mate, I'm with you. I'm with you. He takes risks, which we all want United players to do, but I think he takes them in unnecessary situations.
Yeah, the wrong part of the pitch.
Yes, exactly that. I mean, Fernandes can lose the ball 9 times out of 10 on the edge of their box, and I'm still chill about it. He can do that all day. Get 1 assist, 1 game. It's good enough. But yeah, to lose your ball whilst trying to get the ball out of a back four is not great. My mic was cutting out temporarily, but we sorted that. Cool. Mark Atherton has Banega on his chips. He's spelt it Banega. I get it. Mark, you're a funny man. Not one of your best.
Funny looking.
Oi. Banega is very good. There are some real threat in the Sevilla team. We need to try and be consistent throughout the game. Consistency is key to any team. Gonna lead in any way, shape. Actually, so off subject, as I watched the United run up to the Europa League win last time with Jose Mourinho. I think Manchester United posted it on the channel.
Football heritage.
We did not deserve that at all. Fuck me, the amount of fucking open goals and De Gea saves the other team, it's just madness. Like, I actually don't know how Jose, luckiest manager in world football, Jose.
Yeah, I think it was the game after this, weren't it, when he came out and started. This wasn't the respect. This was the one where he went, this is football heritage.
That's it.
And then started going about all the times when United had been knocked out. Like, I would think at the time, you cheeky little fucker.
George Kyle says, Dedrick, I'm just ironing my tie for the post-match show. I'm assuming that's some inside joke.
No, it's but you've got to think, George. The tie you choose must not be impeccably abhorrent. You see, George Carl actually has a YouTube channel reviewing ties and blazers.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. So the question is, George, what's in the bag?
Drop a link to that, George. I'd actually like to watch that. The weirdest wank I've ever had. Here, Caesar. The Man City, this is Marcus. That Man City game always gets referred to because that's his only 110% commitment game. You're absolutely right, and I think that is a problem. And I think that Pogba gets, and I'm putting Pogba and Rashford in the same bracket just for the time being because I don't think the criticism is harsh, but they are criticised more than other players because of what they are able to achieve. Like, it's so annoying when you see someone with all fucking talent in the world and watching them and you're like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It is rating. Go on, mate.
It's kind of like the whole argument, isn't it? If you see, say for example, Lingard get the ball in misplaces a pass or in misplaces a shot, you just kind of just go,
fucking Lingard, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever. But if you see Rashford doing it, it gets you mad because you think you should fucking know better. You are way more talented than doing stuff like
that. So true. Truly. Anything Fred is bringing to is losing possession and the passing ability of a dead rat. Who do you think said that, Dedrick?
What did they say?
The only thing Fred brings is losing possession and a passing ability of a dead rat.
Was it our friend George Cow?
Ding, ding, ding. And the winner is Dedrick. Yes, it is. Better than being funny looking, Ross? Well, I think Dedrick lied to that. That's cool, though. Massive game for Martial tonight. We need to speak about him very briefly. Won us the penalty for Bruno last time. This time he's going to try and go for it. He did say that. However, I do not think in a Europa League semi-final, unless we already have a 1-goal cushion, I don't think Martial's taking a penalty. I don't know what your thoughts on that are. I don't know if you saw his comments. He basically did a post-match interview and he said, I keep giving Bruno all these penalties. Next one I'm having.
No, I don't see the point now.
No.
Why if someone hasn't missed a penalty yet, why would you literally in the semi-final of the trophy just go, my turn?
Yeah, exactly that.
Would you get, if you were the penalty taker, Ross, and you scored, like, say for example 7 out of 7, then in every most important game of the season, I come up to you and go, let me have this one. I think what you'd be saying.
I think more importantly, if I was the coach, I would say that fucking Bruno Fernandes is taking the penalties tonight. End of. If you don't like it, you don't play. You know, that gets ironed out before. It's the most embarrassing thing in football to watch players arguing over a penalty, and that should never happen to our club. It should be sorted prior.
Whenever it fucking happens, the fucking player who takes over ends up missing.
Exactly that, because it's a mind thing, isn't it? You're not
You're not thinking about scoring. You now think, I've got to score this now.
Exactly that. That was Dia's comment. Nice comment. You actually watching the game while playing Fortnite? Mark's digging me out. I'm not rising to this bait, Mark. Right? I'm playing Fall Guys actually. I had chill. I'm actually watching it. There's only one night where I didn't watch it after doing a preview, but not at all. 4 moments. Thanks for the shout out, George. Any publicity is good publicity. George, make of Greenwood a real threat. This is from Dia again. Dia dropped some fire comments. Dia is the fucking top commenter tonight. What do you make of Greenwood tonight? A real threat. We won't know when he's coming from the left or the right to bang that goal. Make of that. What do you make of Greenwood? Is he our number one threat?
Shouldn't be. He's good enough to be, but I think we should be more relying on the likes of Martial and Rashford to be getting the goals and stuff like that. I mean, I don't want to put all the pressure on Greenwood because I think you've got to remember the guy still is on it. What is he, like 18? He only just turned 18.
Yep.
I think if it's a bonus if he scores. That's the way I've looked at it all season. It's a bonus if he comes on. Like, I didn't like it earlier on in the season when we were literally bringing him on in the 80th minute to try and rescue games. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the fairness of it. But yeah, I think it's dangerous. Oh, definitely. I mean, I was watching a video the other day where not only was he taking penalties with his opposite foot, with his right foot, he was taking free kicks and scoring them. And I'm like, what the fuck? I think the guy's lethal, and he's just one of those players that gets you off your seat, isn't it? And good things and bright things, and hopefully, we keep going in the right direction, and hopefully we can win a couple of trophies with him.
Certainly get same as George Carl's tie reviews soon be, but
that gets me off.
If I was I think you're right. He couldn't be our main attacking threat, and that's that. He is an attacking threat, but there should be more. However, if I was if I was good enough to play for Seville, left back, centre back, whatever, he'd be the one player I just wouldn't. I don't get me, because you go against all of your instincts defending against that guy because he's right footed, left, vice versa. Show him down the wing. Don't let him cut inside. I mean, he's going to run you either way, and his shot's going to be just as powerful regardless. An absolute weapon. He doesn't get enough chances, and I'm not putting that down to our attacking play. I think that's facial awareness, movement. That comes with age. But what we're seeing here is a guy with the absolute raw talents and ingredients. Opinion. So good to watch. And yeah, you're right, man. When I see him on that team sheet, it just gives me an extra spark on watching the game because I love watching him. Really do. Like, share, subscribe. Mark.
It always feels a bit better when it's a homegrown player, doesn't it? I mean,
yeah, man.
We all want the likes of the big deals. They're the ones that are fucking, they're the ones that we stay up for till midnight on transfer deadline day. Let's not all forget the likes of Falcao and stuff like that. They were fucking amazing at the time, Berbatov, stuff like that. But also at the same time, I get just as much of a buzz as watching the likes of like Brandon Williams coming through when Rashford first burst onto the scene. Obviously, there's been players that have come through that haven't quite hit the ceilings, like Makeda, Januzaj, and stuff like that. But it just means a little bit more when it's a homegrown player that's coming through, and actually this time when it's actually a homegrown player coming through and smashing it the way that Greenwood is as well. I mean, the guy is fucking, like I said, the guy is terrifying. You literally do not know which way he's going to go. And we're only just seeing, this is his first breakthrough season. We're only just seeing the beginning. He's only going to get better. And I think in a couple of years' time, It's not Sancho he's going to be competing for on the right wing if we sign him, or when we sign him, sorry. It's going to be Martial. I think his spot is going to be number 9 eventually.
100%. 100%. Yeah, everything you said there, just totally agree with. I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't want to speak for the newer generation of United fans. I don't want to speak for you, but I can't help but think that we watched, because we grew up with Class of '92. Grew up watching them. Like in our DNA as United fans to just want homegrown talent, where other clubs not so much. I think United recent years lost their way when completely threw that in a bin and went for your Twitter signings, your Sanchez, Di Maria's, it's your Falcao's, it's the look Twitter, look what we fucking done. Oh, it's
quick
trending. Yeah, 100% trend. But now, like we seem to be getting back to our roots, our DNA. Greenwood just epitomises that, and I have to give Ollie so much fucking credit, so much credit. Because even if Ollie left tomorrow, that DNA will stay. I absolutely love him for that.
But it's like I was saying to Marcus the other day. We were talking about football in general, and I was saying after the Bayern match, it's not Liverpool that Man United should be trying to replicate and get finger. If we're going to be copying anyone's blueprint, it should be Bayern's. They've not only got German nationals playing in the team, they've got local German nationals coming through as well, like the likes of Kim Muller and stuff like that. But then they've also got these stars. Everything about that club is done in the right way.
Yeah,
that's what we should be aspiring to do.
They also basically sign one player a season, maybe two, and they buy the best player in the German league that isn't theirs, which United have the capability to do as well. It's not. I know there is more bigger teams at Man United, but you should be looking at is look outside the top 4. Best player. I don't know that answer. Who is the best player? Fucking have him. We'll have him. If he don't work, we'll sell him on. They get money from it. Marcus, say like, share, and subscribe. That's Mark and Marcus, not Marcus. Bruno should always be on penalties after not missing 4 seasons. Spot on, George. That D has dropped like 7 fucking fire comments. He meant to score a goal not from the spot, but rather score. Oh, okay. He is saying that he meant score a goal, but not from the spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if he meant that, brilliant mentality. Bruno's taking the penalty. Our number 1 threat is to drop it in his own net.
That fills you with net positivity, doesn't it?
I mean, well, me and Dedrick covered this earlier. De Gea's better than Romero. So right now, De Gea plays, and De Gea is and has and still is one of the top in world football. So grass is always greener, dude. I know it's hard to say, but we could go out, could spend 70 million on a player and come in and be wank. Henderson can come in and completely flop. It's hard. Manchester United is hard. And if anything, I'm gonna throw a theory. I think De Gea's form has dropped as Man United have got better, but less to do, and he struggles with concentration at the minute. Did you see that?
I fully agree. I said that to Marcus a couple of streams ago. I said, I honestly think that's what it is. If you're a goalkeeper under the likes of Van Gaal and even Mourinho, we would probably you get peppered, so you're constantly switched on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But at the minute, well, prior to everything that's been going on, last few games, how bad we've been, the guy might not even see the ball for 80 minutes, and then all of a sudden, shit, I've got to make a save. You're bound to switch off. If you're sat at work, just at your desk, just twiddling your thumbs, and all of a sudden your boss goes, Jerry, you've got to do something, you're going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
But if you've had quite a busy day, you just...
Yep, so true. And that's the hardest thing to do as a top flight goalkeeper, keep that concentration level. De Gea can do it. Did him do it. However, yeah, he spent 5-6 seasons not having to do that because it was fucking non-stop. But yeah, no, I agree. I think we've not only made a decision on that, is we've completely ciphered De Gea's lack of form. If Bruno doesn't score the only goal with a pen, then Matic will score 20 I'd scream message, Mark.
I
Fucking
think
hell.
he's got a tenner on that. He said that against Copenhagen.
Is he still wearing that fucking mohawk, or was that a joke?
No, he shaved it off day after.
Ah,
He said that was the plan all along.
yeah, he's shaving his head, so he thought he'd just do a silly one on the way. I like it. I like the incentive.
Have you not seen his BA Baracus?
No.
I'll
Oh,
send you.
what? That is picture.
Yeah,
That him?
that's him.
No way. That's not
It
him.
is.
We'll discuss this more off stream. I'm not having it. We might miss Eric Bailly tonight, says Dia. Again, me and Dedrick spoke about this. Kind of feel like Eric Bailly would have played really well tonight. And maybe warranted a start. However, I'm more comfortable with off at the back four for a big game tonight. Much more composed. A much more safer and good decision. We did speak about that earlier. I think Seville have more of a mobile lineup, so I think that's why Ollie went Fred, says Pankaj. I love comments like this. I love comment that's, it's so easy for us and any United fan to go, where the fuck is Matic, Ollie's? I love it when, this is why the comment sections, everyone that watches the show, so good. So fucking true. Like, I love that. Probably why he's done it. And yet again, it may go right for him. It may go wrong. Everyone may be on Twitter later going, where the fuck did he play Fred? Fucking idiot. But you know what? You have to, as a manager, you have to make decisions. Sometimes they go right for you. Sometimes they go wrong. Love a manager that's a bollocks to make the decision.
Well, it's either going to go one or two ways, isn't it? With these decisions, if they've got playoff and it works out, it looks like a genius. But if they don't, it looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But the same could be said if he'd played with Miro tonight. 50% of our fan base would be saying, "In Miro fucks up." But tomorrow the headlines will be, "Why didn't he play De Gea?" But likewise, if De Gea fucks up tonight,
Where's Romero?
the headlines tomorrow will be, "Yeah." So he can't win. So sometimes it's a catch-22. But
Yeah.
it's just weird, isn't it?
True. Team, I can see a maximum of 3 goals in this game. He dropped a comment, and I think no, I'm coming up to it. This is a really good one. And it kind of time of what you're saying here. Wait for it. Ollie's a really Fred, says Pankaj. Sorry. Yep, we've spoken about that. Goes in line with what you said earlier. Yeah, spot on, mate. Now, Dia said, I think the fact that there's, and we haven't spoken about this at all. I think the fact that I've just. We're so behind on comments. I've got that. I think the fact that there's not 2 legs to this match, the game will be very high tempo. There'll be a couple of goals in it. Now, this is so fucking different. This is not Europa League as we know it. This is one game. It turns into World Cup-esque. It's tough. How do you see it going because of that one leg?
Just basically makes it all the more tense, doesn't it? Really,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think it's a good idea. I think it almost shortens down tournaments so that they're not fucking played for ages, and it also gets rid of the whole fucking away goal bullshit. And it also stops teams just going, okay, let's defend let's fucking
let's get
go
one.
for it
Let's get one
defend,
goal and fucking just give up. Yeah, or this. Yeah, I'm with you. Get the vibe.
Maybe next season, look at it. If it goes well, play matches away at neutral venues, like semi-final, final.
Yep.
One leg thing. I mean, if everything constantly stayed the same, nothing would ever change, would it? And sometimes it change for the better.
100%. No, I like it. I think that games will never be the same over one leg because lead an early goal, the other team are going to fucking chase. You know what happens in a 2-leg tie is you go 1-0 down, you cut your losses. Like you just said, you go defensive and you go, okay, let's take a 1-0 defeat back to Old Trafford. Now you go 1-0 down. We've got 60 minutes to win this fucking game. That's it. And we see it in the World Cup. you can get absolute madness games of football with a one-leg tie. Two-leg tie, it becomes more about away goals, playing it smarter, which is what teams like Madrid have done very well over the last few years, is play the two legs well. This is different. The first goal, we say this every fucking game we watch, but it counts. First goal is the madness. I want to try and get through some of these comments. I think this would be similar to the Copenhagen game, not much quality. I hope not, but I do think it would be quite cagey. Yeah, no team's going to want to make a mistake early. Marcus is asking, where's Sancho? Love it, Marcus. I need to speak to my about that. Time for my mandatory Alphonso Davies comment. Best left back in the world. Who's in the net? We answered that. No grass with De Gea. Grass is always greener when someone else is smoking it. Like it. Marcus, I'm so line up. Bruno's taking both of your. I love the fact that we get as many penalties as we do. We earn our own penalties. Quick, fluid, attacking play with very, very technical box. They get fouled a lot. Don't want to give away a fucking penalty. Don't foul people in the box. End of story. Why don't we concede penalties? Our defenders don't dive in. Last fucking minute all the time. Don't make them. You know what I mean? That really pisses me off. Like fucking accidentally shredding the wrong bit of paper at work and blaming the shredder. Fuck's sake. You're the one that put it in it. Stop it. De Gea's struggling now because good players ahead of him, so concentration has dropped. Here. Basically stamping what you said earlier, Cedric. Mark doesn't answer. Lads, you're representing England. Don't win Europa League. Becomes a farmers league. I don't agree with that notion whatsoever. I think that
all right. And what about last season when they were like, the two Europa League teams, two fucking English teams in the Europa League final and two English teams in the Champions League final? Fuck out of here with comments like that.
Fuck out of here, Sifo. I'm only kidding. Thanks for watching. We need you. Fuck off. No. I actually think I've got a theory on this, and I think that the fact that English clubs did so well in Europe last season was a fucking madness. And I think English clubs have and always will struggle in Europe because we played too many games over a congested season, way more than any other league. We have an extra cup competition more than every other league, and we're oversaturated. They're overplayed. They're all knackered. You know, other leagues will pander to the European schedule. You know, if Real Madrid are playing on a Wednesday, they will completely forget about their weekend game. They're rested. So many European teams will play the first leg of a Champions League game and not play a league game until the second leg's played. We don't get that luxury in the Premier League. I'm pleased we don't because our league comes first, and it always should. We have the best league in the world. Entertainment levels for quality. We're not so great in Europe. Don't care. That is not the barometer of what league's good and where and what. No, that's not it. I can see Matic score against Sevilla. Not even playing, but I'd love him to come on and do it. Good show, guys. You're probably now a greater match for us. Cheers, mate. Appreciate any comments that are positive because we're a positive channel. That takes me over 2 hours to get dressed up as Mr. T. This Mark. This is how behind we are on the comments. I'm so behind. I saw Fred in your starting lineup. My first thought was Seville 2 goals up by half time. I think he's a United fan, this Sifo, by the way. Sorry, not United. He's Arsenal, sorry. With the Aubameyang picture.
Yeah, because he's just put, you didn't understand my comment. Your IQ is literally in the... Yeah, something or other.
All right, well, we'll get to that. Both teams literally targeting Fred. He's mentioned in most teams for the wrong reason. When he gets the ball, press him. But that happens with every team, mate. You know what I mean? Like when you play Arsenal, you just kick it up the field, and their back four will just fuck it up, and will eventually score. You know, every team talk will pick out a weakness in their team, no matter what it is, who it is. Be the best team in the world, you find a weakness. I thought Fred was good last game. He's mobile, intercepts passes. attacks better, and we have an option of bringing Matic on. And Akio, that's a huge point. When Matic comes on, he's fucking good. Isn't it nice to have that luxury off the bench? So is. Fucking hell, so many comments. I'm trying to wrap this up, boys. I want to get a beer on, feet up, watch the game. So sorry if I didn't read your comments. I'm gonna. Big boy, we had a problem. What is the problem, Marcus? Talk to me. I'm going through the comments just quickly. I have a trophy this season. Do you? No, but we're still in a tournament, dude. Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
he's put Banter Club. Have fun trying to win the Europa League with. Right, so you lot have won the FA Cup, which means you get in the Europa League.
Who did they get knocked out by?
Olympiacos. We're in the Champions
Ooh.
League next season, so next season it'll be you lot trying to win against these Europa League teams. So
Olympiacos just there eating their fucking souvlaki.
Madness.
Have you just sent pictures of?
On stream.
Brilliant. Thunder and lightning, where I am knocking my internet out. You may have to do post match. There may be a chance. We'll sort that out. Sort that out in the group. We'll sort that out. No worries. Miss Fellaini. Ouch. Anyway, you boys bantered us for years celebrating top four out of the table. But when you were celebrating top four, we were still above you, dude. Ouch. Ouch. Big boy have me on the. Cool, no worries. Easy. Cedric, man, you've been amazing as ever. Thanks for coming on. Hopefully up right here. Let's get this. See you later, guys. Thanks for watching. We are Real United Talk, and we are the best channel on